What's up, y'all? What's going on, everybody? See, we got Mark, Medi, Skystar, Oofness, Original Scourge, Michael, Enoch, Dark is here, Josiah, that gamer, on board, Tuki, Sacred Cow, what up, what up? Will DDA be coming to PS4? Yes, it will. No news yet, though. Probably closer to the end of the year. Anyway, before we get started here, I just wanted to apologize to you all up front for going, what, a week? Actually, maybe even over a week. Like a week-ish with no live stream. I've had a bad connection issue. Earlier this week on Tuesday, my ISP came and ran some new cables to the house, so anxious to see how it's going. Ben Kenobi, what's going on, man? So yeah, anyway, I'm curious to see how it's going. Now, in addition to that, as a lot of y'all know that follow current events, like a large portion of Washington and Oregon are on fire. So I will be choking to death throughout the stream, as although the fires are not directly near me, it is smoky as a mofo. Like, as bad as, like, I don't know, probably like a 1/16 of an inch of ash on my car every day. The problem is the wind there, Sacred Cow. Well, it's not a matter of that. The netcode for Dungeon Defenders Awakened hasn't changed. So I'm not going to be able to host any 4-player matches yet. Hopefully before it makes it to Switch. I mean, I guess we'll have to find out. There's just no way that a Switch is going to be able to handle current multiplayer hosting, so they're going to have to get it dialed in by then. Yeah, I live right on the coast, so it's normally not a problem here, but the wind has been blowing, like, right at my house. Anyway, I'm going to grind some Glitterhelm. As most of you know, as far as the loot grind goes, the highest possible quality of loot is going to be on Glitterhelm. As far as weapons go, the best weapons are going to be from boss fights. So, Alchemical Labs, Throne Room, and the Summit for bosses, and then Glitterhelm for everything else. It's not really a very fair comparison at this point, Hollow. You'd have to check back again in a few years. Comparing a 7-year-old game to a barely launched game is, you know, I mean, it's no contest. The best way to get XP is going to be Glitterhelm on the highest difficulty you can do. The best way to get gold is just the highest survival that you can do. Like a wave 20, well, I mean, you will see. I'll probably get close to 2 million gold for wave 23 Glitterhelm starts. So let's try it out. Let's go get some gold. Mega Rocket? Yeah, I mean, the game it's got glaring issues, there's no doubt about it. But on the same note, for a base product of a game, it's pretty decent, you know? I mean, I've gotten, let me see if it doesn't show on stream, but I mean, I'm at 1,327 hours played now. So, I mean, I've got more than, you know, more than my fair share of entertainment value out of what I paid for it yet. So, I mean, the game is worth, it's just still got issues, you know. You live in Washington as well? Yeah, it's really bad. It's actually a little bit better today than it was. But it's still bad. No doubt. This is the video I posted up a few days ago, and it's still the same build I've been using. It just works. You know, it's a really kind of chill farm build. Doesn't require a bunch of running around, and you know, I mean, running around will be required, but it's not terrible levels. It's a tower defense game here on Glitterhelm, not a shooter. And that's a good thing, in my opinion. California's got massive fires, too. I mean, the whole West Coast is just burning right now. It's bad out, you know? I haven't really had to deal with that much since I left Nevada. Now, the last few years I was in Nevada, I lived in Lake Tahoe, and there you would get fires that were, they would actually threaten your home. Because I lived up in the mountains on the lake. So what are y'all up to today? What is everybody doing? There's a couple of games out there I'm looking forward to. I'm super excited. I hate to say it, y'all. I hate to say it. But Star Wars Squadrons comes out soon, and I really want to play it. I'm hoping it's not all EA'd all over. I hope it hasn't been EA'd all over. You running that glitter build right now? It works. I mean, there's lots of different builds out there for glitter, but, go with what you like. It definitely works. And it's not a super sweaty experience, I don't have a link to it on the channel or in the bot, no, Dark, but it's one of my more recent videos, so it'll still be at the top of the page on my channel. Cyberpunk, yeah, Cyberpunk's gonna be a good one. There's good games coming. You watched it kill 1,200 mobs while you were dead. Well, I mean, that's a good sign, really. Not that you were dead, obviously, but that dying didn't cause you to fail the match. And one of the good things I like about this is it gives the opportunity for an EV to shine. The EV as DPS does not shine in every situation, But the EV as DPS definitely shines in these Massacre solo survival runs. They're slow. Broke 800 hours played. Yeah, I mean, that's good value right there. You get that much playtime out of a game. That's good stuff. Did I get my R's in? Nope. I'm finally just about done with my summit grind. I could use a few more builder weapons, but God, the map is seriously lacking fun. I mean, if you're into shooters more than you're into tower defense, then I think that map will be a blast for you. But if you play Dungeon Defenders for tower defense, that map sucks. It's very, very sweaty. As far as learning how to play it, obviously it gets easier and easier the more you do it. Actually, Summit will drop 350 plus all 4 stats. So, I mean, I can't say that Summit is better, but I can say that I haven't gotten anything anywhere near that in Throne Room. I've already got everything. What am I doing? Trying to place R's on R's. Yeah, as far as from what I've been seeing, Summit is best in all areas. Where Throne Room is better is it's better in the ability weapons. They've got super high base damage. You can't stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. It violates Twitch's affiliate agreement. I know, people get away with it all the time, yet every time I have tried, or actually the one time I've tried, I got a letter from Twitch's legal department with like a cease and desist notice. So, although big streamers get away with doing it all the time, little guys can't get away with things on Twitch. It's not. Did I just sell the wrong thing? Yeah, I did. YouTube is really cool about that stuff. You can do whatever you want on YouTube at the same time. I actually debated on going with that Trovo Live, just because it's got YouTube type restrictions. I'm kind of questioning here. I normally go with a 4DU wall here. I think I'm just going to go with the 4DU still. I mean, I might as well. I'm not using that DU elsewhere. There we go. I like it. How Twitch's affiliate and partner agreements work, though, is Twitch actually owns your content for 24 hours. So any Twitch live streams, technically, you know, you can get away with like sharing clips on Twitter and stuff like that, as long as, but that's all directed through Twitch. But technically, you're not legally allowed to even upload the VOD after the live stream is over for 24 hours. Anyway, I'm just chilling today, y'all. You can get this run done way faster, but I'm just happy to be live again. It's nice to be playing and talking to someone that's not my cat. You know, although the cat and I do have some wonderful conversations, I'm not going to deny it. Hit that too, why not? Oh no, the cat lets me know how it is, there, Sacred Cow. It is not one-sided at all, I assure you. Blitz is more of a stubborn old man than I am. Alright, I didn't save enough to upgrade this lane, but I think it'll be fine. As long as I don't get a poison siren there, it should be fine anyway. Alright, got the right weapon. Let's get it. And it looks like the ogre is coming from that far top lane there. So I can let him chill there for a while. We got electric sirens, so it looks like it's kind of chill mode here for a minute. Which is a nice thing. You could automate this lane too, but I just find it... Alright, we got a poison siren down there now. I'm gonna have to watch that lane. I've still got more copters, but I'm gonna just watch for that wall to get pushed. Oh, it's the spooter got me. It's funny, you can make the spider suicide over here if you jump at the right time. They will jump to try to hit you in the air, and they end up clearing the crystal to my right here and suiciding off the map into the lava. What's going on, Trashmeister? Alright, is that it? Looks like that might be it. I didn't count them. Lost track. So now we can switch over to our physical weapon and come beam this lane down. Yeah, you see that wall took some heat there with that poison siren. Let's just burn old homie down here. He gone. Might as well clear the pack behind him while we're here. And then... yeah, that wall still had some health left. That's not too bad. I'm doing good there, Trashmeister. This is my first stream back after having some new cabling run to my house from my ISP, so I'm excited to see if I make it through a stream without a major disconnect issue. It's weird, the gen normally comes into the side room there. I must have put the traps up a little further than normal. I realized too last night, I always put the wall right here, but if you do have to watch where you put that wall, as if you put it too far back here, the ogre cleave range will hit the core. So you have to be very conscious of that. I'm going to lose that strength drain. I'm sitting here tooling around. Oh no. Don't go, String Train, don't go. Am I gonna make it? Woo, just barely. I play it on my Huntress a lot too, Sacred Cow. I just like playing it on the EV because it's like one of the maps where it's a real smooth operation with the EV, even despite the you know, no run speed enhancement. Yeah, Ogre cleave range is over the top. Looks like I lost something. It wasn't here. Oh, it was my shock beam went down. It's alright, we can get a new shock beam here as soon as that last baddie dies. It's a gen way over yonder. I'm wondering now that I placed that with the wrong hero. Where you at? Oh, he's in the spawn. I see your head up there. Just barely peeking. He's stuck. Dude got his head stuck in the doorway. He too tall. The EV is fun. I still haven't put together a full set of gear for mine yet, Sacred Cow. This is my Squire gear. So my poor little Squire is naked right now. All in his birthday suit. Why did I upgrade that wall? Oof. I should have saved that mana. Because I still got to get that shock beam back. Don't want to get zerged all up on by any poison ogres here. Or poison ogres. Poison sirens, pardon me. Poison badness. I tell you what, y'all, last night this map was like raining 400 upgrade items. Like every run. It was like way above normal. Crap, I forgot to repair that lane while I was up there. I forget to repair this one too? No? That one looks good. Let me go ahead and hit upgrades on that stuff. You know what? Running out of juice here, but I'm going to hit that Inferno too. I got enough to upgrade everything, or repair everything else on the other side here. So what's everybody up to? Anybody playing anything new? Everybody grinding out Dungeon Defenders? Or what y'all doing? I wanted to dip in and check out something different at some point this weekend, but you know how addictions are. Addictions are real, that's for sure. Yeah, I feel like I should move these traps down a little bit, because I like it when the gen comes into here. I've got them put a little too far up the stairs, and that's making the gen come around here. Grinding out Glitterhelm, grinding DD2 materials. Grinding Dungeon Defenders and doing school. You know, you gotta do school. Let's just save this 900. Wave 24 here, it takes... Oh no! I was gonna say, don't get yeeted. The spiders will yeet you like a mofo now. It takes a minute here on wave 24 for the copters to come out, but the EV2 moving so slow, I normally still just ignore the ogre. See, I did get a poison siren there, so I shouldn't have ignored that. Where's my ogre? My ogre's down at the bottom. Ogre is downstairs. Smacking all up on that wall. I did play the redo just a little. I haven't put a ton of time into it. I'm not going to grind the redo. because the bottom line is it's a modded game. So I mean, I like playing using mods in games, but it'll be more like a playthrough than actually grind it like you would your live account. For me personally, I know there's people out there that are more than willing to grind the crap out of it, but should be one more round of copters, I thought. Gold lasts a couple of hours. I think that sounds about right. That redo, man. Old Aiden had me at EV rocket launcher. I mean, how do you not love that, right? The EV's got a damn rocket launcher, for crying out loud. Good stuff. What up, Mr. Ogalicious? You and your friends are gonna have a bad day here. Well, overkill is better than underkill. Overkill is better than underkill, that is for sure. I'd like to see, I still haven't gotten one of those really high-end giraffes. I've gotten good giraffes, but I haven't gotten any of those like 1200 stat giraffes yet. Same thing with rocks. I've got a really good rock, one really good one, but it's not like some of the ones I've seen. I mean, I've seen some with 1800 main stat, unupgraded. Like, whoa, that's crazy. Oh, I think Aquanos and or Misty Mire will be a thing. I mean, those are both really iconic, loved maps. Look, I got pushed over here from that Poison Ogre. Or Poison Sharkin. I shouldn't have bothered repairing that, but it's all good. That's the one thing I would change about this build if I was to change anything, is I would put a shock beam up here too. Just on this lane. Most of the other lanes don't get pushed. These two, the walls are too close to the spawn for the Sharkin to charge, so you don't have to worry about that too often. Oh, that Jin was going to town on my shock beam. Maybe that's what happened in Wave 1. Or it could have just gotten wrecked. One of the two. What the heck? Why can I not target my... Little upgrade action there. Spent hundreds of hours on his maps on consoles. Oh yeah, no doubt. I can't. Aquanos I did more than Misty Mire, but I couldn't even guess at how many hours I've spent on Aquanos. It's many. Many. You know what? Let's upgrade that and the Inferno. And I'm gonna move my wall back up. I could be lazy and keep it there, but might as well get it back into position proper. Hopefully see some loot here. Nothing yet. That streamer luck thing people always talk about is not really a real thing. Boy, I wish it was, but man, it just does not work for me. It's like 1 out of 100 streams I see any sort of luck with drops. But then again, I play heavily RNG dependent games too, you know? Yeah, I debated on that, Phil, but at some point you all might actually add a real reward, and, you know, I don't want to blow all my points there now. I think I've got like 20k. I don't want to blow all my points on a meme. That'd be like spending points on a corgi, for God's sakes. Sorry, Phil. Sorry. See, I got Mr. Electric over there. Let's see where my ogre is at. Ogre's right here, which is pretty dang awesome. And then I got a fizzy siren down the way. $72 billion? Is that how much you're at? I don't know how much gold I've got. I'll have to look. I spent a bunch last night. I work at Chromatic Games. Well, I can assure you that is not the case. Give me that siren loot, lady. Oh, no! She ran off. That ain't right. Oh, shoot. Ah, man, I done snoozed on that one. I'm gonna die, too. Stupid spiders, man. Die, Mr. Ogre. Why are they not dying? Good lord. Oh, they're physical. Oh, jeez. I'm sitting here shooting them with the wrong weapon. I think the summoner has a super high chance of making it in, Chevy. It's a fan favorite, you know? I mean, it's the highest voted thing on the roadmap right now as far as the votes from players. That wall just can take so many shots. It's not even at half yet. Or it looks like it's just at half now. No giveaway today. I'll probably be doing another YouTube giveaway soon, though. If you could use like a rate and a power. That's assuming that they give us 2 pets on the summoner. They may give the summoner an attack now. If they gave the summoner an attack, then I bet it wouldn't get pet slots. Let's laser beam all these spiders. See you, spiders. I don't like you getting all spootery on me. Having a hard time getting to 25. A Siren minion. That's something that, there was a discussion in my Discord server last night about it. Something that would be really cool. The whole discussion is people assume that MU will come back. Now, I personally don't think that they will allow minion units back in the game, like in DD1. Now, I'm just guessing, though. I don't know. But one really, really cool idea, if they did allow minion units back in, would be to have another hero besides just the summoner that can summon minions, you know. And the Dryad was brought up, and everybody knows the Dryad's a big fan favorite from DD2, and that would be a way to get the Dryad back into the game with still having MU. Now, obviously, this was a discussion on my Discord server, not a discussion from Chromatic, so you know. Any shinies laying around before I get my 1,200 plus all 4 main stats giraffe out of this chest. What's going on there, Whoop? How you doing? The up arrow is such a tease, man. Man, looks like no luck today. Let's just get the giraffe here. Well, the MU, I think, the problem with DD1 and the MU is it was a paid DLC. So people instantly were negative about it because they felt it was like a pay-to-win type thing. They could completely resolve that in DDA by giving us the summoner for free and not making it a paid DLC, you know? I see you, little giraffe. Oh, you suck. I mean, you don't suck, but you're not good. I'll pick you up anyway. I won't leave you laying in the dirt. My collection of okay giraffes is starting to really add up. I've deleted all the crap tier ones. If they ever make trading a thing, there is going to be one massive giraffe giveaway, y'all. That is for sure. I personally don't think they will ever update DD2 again. No. There's the chance that they will. So that was 2.2 billion gold there, y'all. What's going on there? Wheat, how you doing? 2.2 bill gold, that's, you know, if you were actually playing and weren't just derping around like I'm doing, you could get this run done in like, I want to say probably like 17 minutes, maybe? 16 minutes? They're not bags, the white shirt, they're filter presets. I did a video all about it. So, for example, this is the salt sack right here. So it's a filter preset of all of the pole arms I got from the Ancient Dragon that suck. Yeah, that's right, y'all. A Massacre hardcore weapon drop right here. I saved it just for extra salt. Now that's not all salt. I got like my throne room pole arm in here too, which is really good. So, I mean, I can't complain about that. That was my first one I found. So it's just my pole arms that I've saved. But anyway, say primitive. This is all my primitive gear. So if we look at my filter, it's only primitive armor. And this saves that. So like you got the all tab at the beginning. That's everything. And then like I've got my not corgis bag, which is all my pets. I've got my accessories bag. I've got my weapons bag, which is all weapons. Then minor gear, primitive gear, militia gear, guard gear, ancient gear, and then the salt sack on the end. Random things will be added to the salt sack over time. Did I already fix my deck? I did. Oh, let's see. I didn't look to see if I got any loot. 376. Okay, that's a piece from last night that I had upgraded one of my old pieces, or I had upgraded a new piece, and that's my old piece. So it looks like I only got one item, and that is not a keeper, sadly. Does not have the right builder stats, and it's not the correct DPS stats. So I'm just going to go ahead and sell that now. I'll keep that giraffe around in case I ever do a giveaway with them or something. Well, I mean, the Barbarian too, it's a fan favorite. You know, there's a reason why the Barbarian made it into DD2 when it actually lost the community polls. And it's because it's a fan favorite. So, I mean, people are going to love having the Barb, you know. I don't know how much. I mean, originally they told us the game was supposed to be 50% old maps and 50% new maps. And that's not what we got. Crap, I over-upgraded that front DST. I'll under-upgrade this one. That'll make it even, right? The Summoner, well, I mean, it's a personal favorite. To me, the EV is the best in the game, just because that's my personal favorite. The Monk is second, because that's my second most favorite. But, you know, I'm not typically a melee guy. So, I mean, if you like, in DD1 or in DD2, if you like playing melee, well, the Summoners, or pardon me, the Barbarian's a great choice for you, you know? What's my favorite in DD2 is the EV. All Dungeon Defenders games, my favorite character is the EV, my second favorite's the Monk. It's just how it is. I just love those two characters. I love auras. I think they're a wonderful thing. I like playing the EV and the Monk actively. Did I hit that yet? Throw some ups on that bad boy. I'm personally, I mean, I want to see some maps return. You know, I really want to see Aquanos make it into the game. I love that map. I love the design of the map, the theme of the map, everything about it I absolutely love. But on the same note, I want a new game. I don't want the same stuff. You know, give us some new stuff. That's a reflecty boy. So, I mean, I want new maps more than I want returning maps. For me personally. Now, I know that's not a super popular opinion. A lot of people want the returning maps. I didn't place those traps proper. Am I going to be able to get it to the... Nope. Crap. I'm just going to have to replace all this stuff. It's any of the Act 1 pets. That's how all the bosses work. So if you do Alk Labs, you're going to get a random chant, or you're going to get one of the Act 1 pets. If you do, you know, Throne Room, you'll get one of the Act 2 pets. If you do Summit, you'll get one of the Act 3 pets. It doesn't feel like RNG, Angus, but I assure you it is. Because, like me personally, the only thing I get is Steam Robots. I can't get a cat to save my life. Literally all I get is Steam Robots. Whoop, thank you so much. I do appreciate it a ton. So, I mean, RNG treats us all differently. I mean, for me, literally, 9 out of 10 runs, I will get a Steam Robot. And I'm still using Nightmare Hardcore Cat. I actually stopped using it, but up until just recently, I was using a Nightmare Hardcore Cat because my cat was so much better than all the Massacre Cats I was getting. But it's not better. If all you get is the same pet, there's just nothing better about it, you know? It's just getting the same pet over and over again. I mean, you only need one, right? You get one decent one, that's all you need. You don't need multiple paddle balls or multiple Steam Robots. The white shirt with the sub, thank you so much. See, you read something else about how exactly do you get the Demon Horn. You get the Demon Horn from Alk Labs Massacre. It's a guaranteed drop as long as you open the chest on a Huntress. How all the boss weapons work is whatever weapon you want, you open the box with that weapon. Or with that character equipped. Yeah, it's a Massacre weapon. So you're only going to get it on Massacre. Pablo with the sub. Thank you so much. It's not on all difficulties, Nicholas. That I'm aware of, unless they changed something recently, because it wasn't on all difficulties. You were still getting that disintegrator in Nightmare. Which, I mean, you can get that anywhere, right? No, it's always been specific. Like before, it was the triple threat, and it was only that one difficulty. You did the lower tier, you got the other weapon. So it's been like that, and I mean, unless something changed now, which it may have changed now. I haven't done a Nightmare run in ages. Alright, I got 1600 mana left for some reason. I didn't hit the auras, is why. I'm not going to run around the whole map. I'll just get them after the copters are down. Is the disintegrator was changed, so it's got the projectiles that the, what was the old weapon name? The one from DD1. The Soul Focuser. As long as it has the same shot as the Soul Focuser, then disintegrator's fine. Yeah, it's possible to select waves, Christian. That's been in for a while, actually. See, we got Fizzy Fizzy. Our ogre is up there. Looks like we got... There's a poison down below, but I got the shock beam down there to save the day, so that's all good. Didn't count my copters again, so I don't know if there's another one coming. Is it gonna be another copter? Yep. Good thing I didn't run off, huh? I think that's gonna be it, right? I think so. Let's go say hello to homie up here. Yo, dude! What up? Ogre down. Oofus, what up, what up? I'm doing good, man. I'm back live again, which is nice. I mean, I do like making edited content, don't get me wrong. But it's more, as far as fun factor, it's more fun to live stream. You know, it's a lot less work, and it's more fun. It's more play, less edit, you know. That and, you know, having people to chat with. Oh shit, what happened to my wall? The poison ogre got through, or the poison siren got through. Or the poison sharkin got through. I don't have that. He must have just hugged that wall really close. It's alright, not the end of the world. Didn't lose the map over it, so... Take the laser beam of death! Yeah, I'll end up doing hero spotlights on everybody. I want to do them right now, but I think that there will probably be changes to how bosses work, because right now it's the Endgame is it's not what people want. I'll leave it at that. I won't go into a hour-long rant about it. Right now, Massacre boss fights, your main stat on every hero, with maybe the exception of the Squire, should be Vitality, period. Because bosses are one-shotting everybody. So, I don't think that the game is intended to be that way. I mean, you lose all the pizzazz. You work so hard to be able to put out so and so much DPS, and then all of a sudden you have to remove all of that just to add more vitality because you can't survive. Yes, you can select waves in survival, Christian. That's been in for a few months. I don't know exactly when, but it's been in for a while. Many updates since before launch. Alright, we're going to have to move that wall back up. It's just like DD1 now. You have to go through and beat it once. After you beat it, you can select waves. It's not just like DD1 as far as the pets go. Like, you can start at wave 23 and you can start at wave 12, so you can't, like, just do pet farming and just do wave 24 like in DD1. Oh, I have zero plans to play more Fortnite. That game was abandoned, not again. In fact, if Epic did another round of refund requests, I would be asking for a refund for all of the money I've spent on that game. Now that they've officially abandoned it. It's the biggest disappointment in action defense of the 2010 to 2020 entire decade, I think. It had so much potential to be so much of an amazing action defense game. And, you know, it's a business. I can't say I would do anything differently. They did what the business wanted them to do. You know, millions and millions of people flocked to Battle Royale and absolutely loved it. What are you going to do? Tell those millions of people to go stuff it? You know? I mean, it would have been nice if they would have, like, allowed more than 3 interns to continue to work on the game, but they didn't. There was a big press release about it not too long ago. That's the Battle Royale aspect, JQ. That's not Save the World. It's a completely different game. Fortnite was not what it is today when it was launched. When it was launched, Fortnite was an action defense game where you went around and built up. It was a 4-player co-op. You ran around and built up defenses to protect objectives, built traps and kill boxes and stuff. And then the Battle Royale thing became amazingly successful, and they turned the game into that. 5 years ago, if you said Fortnite, no one knew what Battle Royale was. It was not a thing. Which is fine. I mean, like I said, millions of people love it, so it's not like it's a bad thing. But for me, I'm more into action defense type games, and that's not what Fortnite is. You know? Not anymore. Boo! It was a good game at start, but they abandoned it really early. Of course, they only publicly admitted it here recently, but the game hasn't had any real development in years. The Save the World is what it's called now. Fortnite Save the World. Alright, I think everything's repaired, right? Looks like it. Let's just do it. What do we got? Okay, we got poison here. So let's just spray into this lane just a little to make sure there's no travesties here. And then we'll get on copter duty. Alright, now where was my ogre? He's right here. That actually makes it kind of nice too, because I can get some upfront damage in while I'm waiting for copters to spawn. Battle Royale was super fun at the start, but it's turned into something else altogether now. I mean, I guess if you've played it the whole time, or if you sink the time into it now to get good at the building aspect of the game, it would probably still be really fun. Mikey C! What's going on? I was gonna say, where's it at, Mikey? Where's it at? I can't have you joining a stream or a video and not saying PS4 hype, man. It would make me ask what's wrong. You just got home from the job. Well, I hear you. You gotta real life it, you know? Real life demands attention. They actually showed, I was surprised they showed it this early, but yesterday Augie showed a Switch stress test on stream. Just a little tiny couple second clip of one. But, so, I mean, they're working on it, you know? Nice. Nothing wrong with that. Why do I like defense games so much? I don't know. I just like them. I mean, I play other stuff, too. I really like survival games, too. Like, actual survival games. You know, Subnautica, The Long Dark, stuff like that. I love that stuff. Terraria. You know, I like casual games, too. Stuff like Stardew Valley. I'll definitely be playing that Stardew update when it hits. It's just action defense games or tower defense games are my favorite. Not just action defense. I love straight up tower defense too. Yeah, I'm overdue for Orcs Must Die 3 stream. I am definitely due. Well, I mean, as far as franchises go, Orcs Must Die would be up there pretty high. It's a wonderful franchise from a wonderful, wonderful company. Like, true-to-life, good people. The kind of people you'd want to be friends with. You know? The orcs are dead. It killed them all. Oh no, there's more orcs, I assure you. As far as action defense games, or just tower defense games in general, my favorite games would be... What? Orcs Must Die for sure. Dungeon Defenders, obviously. I really enjoyed the Sanctum games. I really, as far as like straight up tower defense, the Defense Grid games are completely good, incredible. Like the best straight up tower defense games. I started playing that last night, not again. I just took my first look at it last night. It was really, really late, and it was a little too much for me to bear. But yeah, it's like 7 Days to Die, but very trap-oriented. It's exactly the same, Joey. The DPS on an EV is gonna, while laser beaming, is gonna be the exact same as a Huntress while boosted. Yeah, Balloons was really good. I played a lot more of the mobile type stuff, where Balloons is more of a mobile type thing. I played more of that when I was working at the casino, because I could bring my tablet to work with me. And, you know, you get frequent breaks when you're working at a casino. You know, I've still never played a roller coaster tycoon game, and I think I would actually really like it. Nothing got tweaked or moved or whatever. It was a good job for a really long time. There was an era back in like the early 2000s, late 90s, where like it was one of the best jobs in Vegas. It had massive benefits and it was very fun. It was a very fun environment. But then the corporations took more command of operations, and the benefits for working there started slowly dwindling away. The fun factor was just completely gone. But, I mean, there was a time where it was a really, really good job. I mean, I was the one of the national directors for Pennzoil with their Quick Lube department for Jiffy Lube before I started working at the casino. And being a national director for a large corporation, the casino was the same amount of money for me. But that was, you know, that was just another day and age altogether. Better get on the right weapon, huh? Alright, what do we got? Let's see, we got the ogre close again. We got an electric aura down the way. We got poison down at the bottom, but once again, we got the shock beam down there, so I'm not going to sweat it. Nick Geary, what's up? I don't know if you'll be able to use that anymore, Nick Geary, after the whole Netflix thing. It's no longer the Juicy Cuties here, man. I assure you. The whole Netflix, the whole cancel Netflix thing, you know? I didn't know what that was at first. When I saw all the hashtag cancel Netflix things going on Twitter, and I didn't really know why. And then after looking into it a little, it was like, ooh. Sadly, all the hate involved with it will take away from the film creator's original picture of what the movie was supposed to be about, you know? Is there anything I think they could do better in the game? Oh, Joey, that is an hour-long conversation, dude. Or, Jeremy, pardon me. I read Jeremy and Joey's at the same time. Yeah, it's a shotgun, Joey. It's a really sensitive topic that I won't get into on YouTube here, Storm Dragon, but it's, like an award-winning film that Netflix picked up that over-sexualizes young children, which, you know, obviously that's a... You know, what can you say? You can't say anything positive about that, really. Oh yeah, you can get some really bad demon horns from Massacre Campaign for sure, Nicholas. Don't put it on you. That's fair. Is there going to be a DD3 many years down the road? I'm sure there will be. The only way there would not be a DD3 is if Chromatic as a company completely folded. I mean, it's their award-winning franchise, Dungeon Defenders, so... You know. There you go. That's fair, Nagiri. That's fair. But yeah, I think there will be a DD3. It's all about the success of DDA, you know? If DDA doesn't have financial success, then that might come into question. But as long as DDA is successful financially, there will without a doubt be a DD3. You know? Oh, you're not alone there, Nico. Quite a few people want the Jester back. I really enjoyed playing the Jester. Where are these bads at? They're up top. Little skellies chillaxing. They'll die by the time I get over there, watch. That's where the Huntress, the Squire, and the Monk really shine, is their mobility is just so incredible. Yep, there's the Demon Lord weapon right there. It's the only boss weapon, I think, that just is a random drop everywhere, too. If they put DDA on the Game Pass for the new Xbox, that would be a huge marketing move for sure. The Squire is very mobile. DD1 was, all of its big success came from mobile. What the hell? Transcendent Poo Giraffe off of the highest difficulty map in the game? That's a little bit of a bummer, huh? Any tips on getting to Massacre? Yep, biggest tip, grab a friend. It's an entirely different game solo versus what it is in a group, particularly if you're just breaking in. You know, I jokingly refer to it as shooter mode, because your defenses do very, very little other than crowd control, and you have to go and mow everything down. Particularly when you're just breaking into it. Any tips on getting friends? That's the hard part. Be nice to people, I guess, would be one. What else? Talk to lots of people. It's doable solo, don't get me wrong. I did it all. Well, I'm not being honest with you there. I did everything except Glitterhelm. Glitterhelm, a lot of y'all know Safert. Safert had a group going, and they had a spot open, and I joined them on Glitterhelm. But every other Massacre campaign map, I did solo first before I did in a group. And I am not going to lie, it was a painful experience. There was lots of frustration and raging involved. It's not near as smooth as it is in a group. Let's see. Oh. This build is... I've probably done 100 clears on this map now, Best Hero. This build just wrecks it. This is the very first build I used. I never changed it. Well, I guess I did change it. The original build didn't have a shock beam down here, and I added that shock beam in here. The original build, instead of having the shock beam there, it had a ensnare aura over there for the copters that I just kind of felt like was unnecessary. So yeah, I mean, as far as solo, this wrecks it. Now, this is not a team build, you know. Where you at? There she is. Nice, Cameron. Well, welcome. Duo is a really good place for Massacre. You just have to make sure you're taking advantage of playing in a team. Like, a two-player team should 100% always be either a monk and a huntress, or a monk and a squire, or a monk and an EV, but it should always include one monk. Now, does that mean use two monks? Nope, don't use two monks. Use one monk with a genie to keep 100% boost time up, and then use a huntress, squire, EV, whatever you like in addition to that to bring a cat. So you got a cat that boosts the huntress, or pardon me, that boosts the monk, and then you've got a monk that boosts the huntress. And instead of having two players and dealing double the damage, you've got two players that are dealing like 4 to 5 times the damage. So always go with that composition. Gotta update the Juice logo with a Mario hat. I'm sure that's probably possible there, Nagiri. They're additive, Best Hero, so you would want both. The cat will add to the monk's boost. The monk boost will add to the cat. It's not multiplicative like it used to be, but it's still super strong. It's 100% the way you should play the game. You know, I mean, well, not the way you should play it. The way you should play it is whatever is giving you the most enjoyment. That goes the same with every game. But the most effective way to play the game is going to be with... Yeah, but you use both, though, the thing is, JQ. That's the part you guys are missing. It's not a one or the other situation. It's the two work in harmony with each other. So you don't use just one because it's better. You use both. Today I didn't mushroom, but last night, man, oof. Last night it was raining fat loot. What did I get last night? Let me look. I'll see if I can. I got an upgrade on my apprentice last night. It was this. I got this headpiece last night for my builder apprentice. Just nice rolls all the way across the board. You know, it was 400 plus in every builder. Actually, it was what the lowest was the range, so it was 428 plus on every builder piece. And that, I mean, my apprentice is getting pretty close to awesome. That's where my apprentice is at right now. But yeah, man, last night was the night. I haven't gotten a 400 upgrade piece yet today. But I cannot complain about last night's RNG, man. It was raining the loot. Like every run, I was getting a 400 upgrade piece. I feel like I missed something down there. Guess we'll see if there's any leftovers. There is a difference. There's also another thing that's important to think about. Although, as far as the data mined raw numbers go, the highest loot quality is going to be better on Glitterhelm than it is on like Royal Gardens. But then you're missing out, Joey. It's just all there is to it. I mean, you can play how you want to play. I'm giving you the best composition. But like I said, whatever's fun for you is what you should do. If it's fun for you and you're winning matches, then you're doing it right. What was I going on about? I forgot. I was going on about something. Oh, the loot. That's right, the loot. Now, statistically, the highest possible loot is going to be higher on Glitterhelm than it's going to be on Royal Gardens. But the other thing to realize is the enemy count on Glitterhelm is low. Lower enemies mean less chances of that higher loot. Yeah, that's a great combo, but if you had a Squire to tank and you had a DPS Monk instead, the Squire's going to do more damage, and the Monk's going to output the same as the Huntress would. So, I mean, it's a very viable boss combination, there's no doubt. I'm just talking about overall raw damage output. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. If I do a boss fight right now, I jump on my Squire. It's just the easiest thing to do. You let your defenses kill the enemy, and you tank it in front of your defenses, you know? You'd rather have a bunch of 410s from Garden than a few 418s for solo glitter? Yeah, that's fair. I mean, Garden's got chill value. I farm the crap out of Gardens, too. It's got a lot of chill factor. Plus, it's got a lot of mobs with a pretty respectable drop chance. So, I mean, if I went through all of my 400 plus items now, I've gotten more of them from Gardens than any other map. There's no doubt. Now, I'm at the point now where I want the super high-end stuff. And other than just AFK farming gold, which how much gold am I at? I'm at 68 bill now. So, I mean, as far as just AFK gold farming, you know, I'm trying to get the highest potential now, you know. No news yet, Darren. Probably around the end of the year. Hopefully we'll hear some news within the next month or so on the Switch. But no news yet. What's my best giraffe so far? It's a 318. That's a 319. It's a 324. I want to say it's probably this one. Or no, that's a 324 as well. I don't know. I can tell you what my best rock is. This is my best rock. But it's still just nowhere near as good as some of the rocks people are finding out there, you know? I haven't looked at all my giraffes side by side, though, to see which one was the best. Yeah, you can do... That's one of the first clears we're doing. The difference is it's sweaty. It doesn't have the chill value that this build does. So, I mean, I take the chill value all day over running around like a chicken with my head cut off. So, you know, it's to each. If you prefer the action over the tower defense, then go no walls. You can ignore all the copters. And, like, if you're over here, copter rockets can't hit you. If you're over up in that area, copter rockets can't hit you. You know, so you can completely ignore the copters. Alright, what do we got left? I got lots of mana left, so I did a really failed job at upgrading as I was building. Fantastic. Get some upgrades in. Rank the DD games. Nah, it's not a list I will personally ever put out. They're all great games. That's the main problem with the Dungeon Defenders franchise, and the reason people that are big DD1 fans hate DD2, and the people that are really big DD2 fans hate DD1, is because nobody recognizes them as their own game. You know, they're both just incredible games. DD1 is a legendary, amazing game. DD2 is a legendary, amazing game. You know, but they're very different from each other, and they're their own thing. There's no correlation between the two, other than the general theme. But if you looked at each game individually... Oh, there it is. Crap. I might have to sweat the ogres over here. That's what I didn't upgrade. That's why I had so much mana left. Boo. It's like I hit this stuff. I think it'll survive wave 1 anyway. Or wave 23. But yeah, they're super fun games. I mean, you can play any Dungeon Defenders game. And by that, I'm even including Dungeon Defenders Eternity for over 1,000 hours. You look at any game in your library and see how many of those games you have put over 1,000 hours into. Uh-oh, what's that? Oh, I put the wall too close. The ogre's smacking it. God dang it. Shit. And now I got a fire spider. It's like the worst possible combination of instances here. I don't want to switch yet, but I may have to. Well, thanks, Jared. I do appreciate it. Stick to the stuff on the playlists, especially if you're new to the Dungeon Defenders games. I've been covering Dungeon Defenders games for a long, long time, so there's a lot of really old info. But the playlists that are all featured on my channel, like if you go to my channel and scroll down, all those are still relative info. Alright, I think that was it for copters. We're going to have to do something over here quick. Yeah, see, I wasn't careful with the wall placement, and that ogre way over there is close enough here to cleave the wall. And why am I not doing damage to him when it clearly says he's a physical ogre? Or, I mean, it clearly says he's a poison ogre, yet he's got the physical debuff on him. Shit, I'm gonna lose that wall. Crap. I just don't have enough to get a quick upgrade. I'm gonna have to burn. Yeah, that was a train wreck, huh? Well, I've seen it before where the element changed, too. Because there was 2 sirens. So I'm not sure what it was. It was something wonky. Well, welcome there, Kermit. Welcome. Well, no, it wasn't the wrong weapon. Because I switched weapons. Or maybe it was the wrong weapon. Maybe it was locked onto the old weapon. I did hit J, though. Yes, you get much better items in survival than in pure strategy. Playing pure strategy is playing survival with nightmare turned off. So it's a straight 25% loot multiplier that you miss out on pure strategy. But pure strategy is chillax. And a lot of people think it's more fun. So definitely not a bad option. That's one of the things with like some of the boss maps. Like if you look at the Demon Lord or Throne Room or the Summit, so all of the boss maps really, and you're just trying to complete it for your first time, there's no shame in turning hardcore off. And it's going to be much, much easier experience for you if you do. Yeah, see, I tweaked that wall out just a little bit. Just having that wall at that slight angle outward was enough where the ogre could hit the core. But yeah, pure strat is regular. The loot is the same. It's just the nightmare multiplier. There's no, or pardon me, the hardcore multiplier. There's no hardcore, of course, in pure strategy. Even though you can hit the button, it doesn't apply anything. Yeah, you really need to get into Nightmare Encore. You can do it. It's just a matter of using the correct builds. So what, I lost a buff beam, a shock beam. I lost all kinds of stuff down here due to my ignoring this lane. What did I lose? I lost an aura, right? Oops, that is not an aura monk. And then buff beam. There we go. Yeah, the planner is a great source, for sure. So if you don't know what the planner is, if you log into any map and you hit escape and then click build suggestions right here, it's going to open up a website that gives you builds that other people have successfully used on that map. It's a great tool. Just ignore the whole 100% easy mode AFK. Just ignore all that. That's the EP coming out of people's builds. And just look at the builds themselves. Because you'll find that a lot of the builds that are 100% easy mode AFK are not 100% easy mode AFK, depending on your stats, even with the stats posted the majority of the time. But there's awesome builds there, you know. Quicksilver! What's going on there, Quick? That's what you name yours, Nagiri. I see how you are. I'm doing good, Quicksilver. No complaints. I'm, what, an hour and 20 minutes into a live stream with 0 dropped frames? That's good stuff. Is there something in DD1 or DD2? Well, I mean, there's just lists and lists of things, Jeremy. Like I said, that's a whole nother conversation. If you want to hear me rant about what I think is inadequate in Dungeon Defenders Awakened, join my Discord server, as I get pissed off about once a day and go on a 30-minute tangent to everybody about how everything sucks and the world's going to end. It's all there. I'm not going to do that on a live stream, though. At least once a day. Okay, let's see. Is everything repaired? Man, I really snoozed on that wave. Let's see. I'll cross my fingers and hope so. Alright, we got poison over here. No ogre there, so I'm not sweating that one. We got the ogre down below. This one, I just, with a poison Siren down there on that lane, just to my left, I kind of keep an eye over there on my peripheral view and watch for the wall to get pushed. If the wall gets pushed, I know I've got an issue down there. If the wall doesn't get pushed, then there's no issue down there. You can just ignore it. Alright, we got poison down below now with a poison ogre that's going to just completely melt that shock beam. So I need to get these copters down and get down there and get that lane resolved. It depends on if I get any upgrades there on board. You know how that goes. I'm not afraid to dump 5 billion gold into an upgrade that only gives me 10 more stat points. I'm just not afraid of that at all. You know, so... I mean, if I get an upgrade that's, like, slightly better than what I currently have, I will dump the gold right into that thing instantly. Oh, you stupid spiders. I mean, I knew he was there and sat there and ignored him, so kind of my own fault on that one, but... They're still stupid spiders. Let's go ahead and clear this pack out here. That upgrade I had on my, that I showed earlier, that I found last night on my apprentice, that cost me, I want to say, 3 billion gold plus to upgrade. And it was only like maybe... I don't know, 20 better on each of the substats, and then like 50 better on main stat. But I'm not scared, man. It's fake money. I'll spend that fake money all day. Like 4 bill? Yeah. I mean, use it up, you know? If you get a better piece, then hold that piece and put it on a different builder, or give it to a friend once trading becomes a thing, or whatever. Pandalicious, what's up, man? How you doing? Well, I mean, like this map, I've been getting 2 billion gold, and I've been snoozing, and I'm still getting the runs done in under 30 minutes, so, I mean, that's 4 billion gold an hour. What, I've been getting like 2.2 or 2.4? How much has it been? You guys see it. So, I mean, that's like 4 or 5 billion gold an hour. So the gold, you can spend it, but it comes pretty quick, too. You know, if you're hard grinding it out, you're going to get the gold. Oh, I never upgraded the overclock beam. Derp! Nice to find out now that we're approaching the final wave. What do we got? We got a baddie up north. I'll just let him die. What's going on there, Cedric? How you doing? I'm hoping I find something decent here. I mean, you know, there's supposed to be this streamer luck thing. It's gonna come true at some point, right? And even though I know the little up arrow is not legit, how do you not look, right? You gotta look. I haven't bothered any changes just because this runs so smooth, Mushroom. I mean, eventually I'll get to the point where I'm trying, like, harpoon builds and stuff like that here, but until I get to that point, you know, it's just such a smooth running build, I just haven't bothered. Now, I don't use the DSTs when I play it in a group, and then one of the group members just gets parked down to burn the other copter lane, or you can, you know, kind of exploity, but you can ensnare them and gas them and then completely ignore them until the end of the waves. Why will it not pop up? I want to look at it. There it is. And it was a 308 after all that. Boo. I think we good. Everything looks upgraded enough or repaired enough. I think so. Alright, we got a fizzy ogre up top there. Or a fizzy siren. Where's the ogre? The ogre's firing down below, so that's ignore ogre for now. Well, it's all relative, JQ. I mean, back 3 months ago, I didn't think they were going to ever let us get to stats like this. It's just, it's an entirely different game, solo versus in a group, Panda. It just is. Massacre is a very, very big focus on what you do as a hero. It's a very active, when you're breaking into it. Now, obviously, the more you do it, the easier it gets, but the breaking into it is very, very active, so adding another hero adds a massive amount to it. I think that was all of them, right? I don't see no more copters. Let's come laser beam this dude. I still feel like the beam feels a little wonky. I don't know why they added that little rubber band thing in there. That's not something that's in DD1 or DD2. It makes it so the beam doesn't feel quite right, in my opinion. I mean, others may love it, but I don't like the rubber bandy thing. Well, I mean, you can be stubborn and do what I did and power through it and just deal with the frustration, and there's no doubt that you will beat everything. Or you can find somebody to play with. I mean, that's your choices, really, Panda. If you're strictly a solo player only, Massacre can be rough. I mean, just breaking through it and getting through the maps can be a challenge. It took me, I want to say, like, if you look at, like, most of the highly publicized grinder type people, it took me like 5 days longer than them to beat all the maps, but I refused to do anything solo, or in a group. I wanted to beat them all solo. And it was a lot of fail before I got my wins. Yeah, there's an RNG element. I mean, that's part of it. You know, one having one additional hero reduces the RNG as well because you've got that other element. Yeah, you build up to that, Slicknot. You're not like that your first time trying to do it. You have to earn your AFK. I mean, everything will eventually be AFK, but you have to earn it, you know. Give him my giraffe, dang it. Well, it's godly this time at least. It's a plus. Doesn't look like a decent accessory laying around anywhere. Let's see. Wow. It's pretty decent rolls on everything except power. It's like bottom of the barrel roll on the power. And that stinks, considering that's like the best thing. I mean, that might be good for a builder, though. What would that be? That's 1,245 fort. What have I got here? Here I got 1,300. So yeah, it's not as good as that one. As far as a Waller goes. Such a bummer. The 341, I don't know what the max is, but I would guess that's probably getting pretty close to it, Mushroom. If not there. Where should you grind XP? If you're having trouble completing maps, then just do Summit, Pandalicious. Summit is by far the easiest XP grinder campaign map. Summit campaign, you know. Well, that's the thing with pets. Remember that the loot scalar multiplier, that's overall like the internal item power of the item. That's not judging the number of upgrades. So you can have an item with few upgrades that have lots and lots of highly rolled stats on it, is going to increase the hidden item power of the item. So it's not just about the upgrades. There will without a doubt be a maximum number of upgrades that you can get. But the amount of upgrades is just another element of that overall hidden item power. $2.2 bill. Not too bad. Let's do one more here. I'm going to take I want to test since this is my first day back, I want to test my Twitch connection as well. So I'm going to take a short break after this run and get a little dinner. And then I'll be live over on the Twitches for a Friday Night Live, which I haven't done in ages. Well, that's just that item. It's just another thing in the list. I mean, that's not a true statement. Slicknot. It's just you got a really high item, is what it is. So, I mean, if it's got a super high internal item power, it's going to have both. But there's definitely not a direct correlation between the two. Well, Ancient Mines would be the place to go on survival, Andrea. Yeah, it's still the easiest map. It's easier to do than Ogrewell, and offers higher loot than Ogrewell. Plus the rock pet. You know, the rock pet never hurts either. Man, I placed that buff beam badly. There it is. Nah, they'll definitely never do mods like DD2, I don't think. You guys have to realize what mods in DD2 were. Mods in DD2 were to answer the player base because the player base revolted when the Trials update was released and people hated it. So mods were put in to counter the hard counter enemies. That's 100% why mods were added. It was not a design feature that they thought, oh, this will be really cool and add to the game. It was people were pissed, so they tried to get the passives added back on. You know, you can, that's the, I mean, it's one of the positives and the negatives with DD2. There were some really good systems in DD2, but the systems you can all tie into exactly where they came from. You know, the Trials update, or the Shards update, as some people call it, which was listed as the Endgame update, that was the monetization update. It added a bunch of monetization to DD2 that it didn't previously have. You know, people started dropping mad cash on Shards. It just happened. You know? Now, all those things ended up turning into little twists where you could build stuff up however you wanted to build your various characters. But that's the reason they put the stuff in, you know? Oh, man, that was the good old days. I mean, clearly ridiculously OP, but super, super fun. Purge evil. I mean, I understand why they changed that, because it was insanely OP, but it was also insanely fun, you know? Did I miss something there? I don't have R's there at all, do I? I probably ought to put some R's down, huh? There we go. That was super fun. I remember where that was the only way you could beat Betsy. The original Betsy fight, like, one of the only ways you could beat her was by using geysers and electric R's, when electric R's were AoE and not, you know, the single target thing that they turned into. A lot of people would say that the Nightmare days in DD2 were the most fun time in the game. I mean, I know a whole lot of people that would say that. Hit some upgrades there too. Let's see. It feels like I'm... Oh, I never put the shock beam in down below. I was like, it feels like I'm 3DU high. And that is where it's at. No shock beam. Shelly Lynn, what's up? How you doing? Don't worry, Shelly. There will be a PS4 stream day, I promise. Well, assuming it launches on PS4, which I think will definitely happen. I am looking forward to it. That's like for me personally, one of the most exciting things about DDA is the cross saves. And me being able to do a PS4 day and an Xbox day and a Switch day. I think that's awesome. I am super, super looking forward to that. few extra ups around here. I think we'll call it good there. Where you at, laser beams? There she is. Gonna be getting a new PC soon. Very nice, very nice. I'm anxious to see if the relatively decent pricing of these new consoles that are coming out, if it affects PC stuff at all. I would love to get a 3000 series mushroom, but I can't afford that. Yeah, it's 100% confirmed. It has been since day one. That's the one thing that hasn't changed. The cross saves. They've been literally promising it since the very first day. See, he's electric immune down there now, but I think I got one more round of Coptas. Or maybe, yep, here they come. I personal will probably, if I'm able to get one of the new consoles, I will go digital. Alright, we got poison up here. Let me come visit this lane before, in fact, let me show this poison siren what's up. What up? Doesn't look like I had any major catastrophes over here, even with the poison siren. The enemies just have such a long way to run to get through, get around to the wall, you know? Yeah, anyway, I'm in a position right now where I really need a entire system upgrade, really. I mean, my computer is starting to get dated, but the stuff is expensive, and sadly, since I've gone full-time, and I'm too damn stubborn to play more popular games, my bank account has suffered greatly. When I quit my job and started doing this full-time, I had a very large savings that I've now completely burned through. So sadly, I'm not able to afford a new PC, and my channel is too small to get a sponsorship, is one of the other things. My channel's at that stage now where it's big enough where, like, I get a lot of review copies of games and stuff like that, but as far as someone straight up sponsoring me for a PC, that's just not a real reality, you know? You just gotta, your channel just has to be bigger. I mean, I would love to be on that Cyber Power, I Buy Power, or whatever official content creator list, but I am not there. One day. Well, I mean, I'm not, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not being negative about it or anything. I know that stuff like that, you know, hopefully I'll get there, you know. You gotta work for it, and I like indie games is one of my biggest downfalls. If I played big box games and grinded them out like I did the amount of time I do in Dungeon Defenders games, and did lots of tips and tricks videos and tutorials and all that stuff, well, DDA will get way more popular once it comes to consoles. Right now, it has the smallest player base it will ever have. All the players are on consoles, you know? So, I mean, Switch will be big for DDA. It's a brand new player base. If you look at people that are... Now, obviously, not everyone in the world is die-hard, I will only use this product, but there are people out there that have only played Switch, or only played Nintendo games, and they're true Nintendo fans through and through. Well, Dungeon Defenders will be a new experience for those folks. You know, and there's... Let's be honest here, Nintendo owns and utilizes their rights to some super awesome, super popular games, you know, the Mario games and everything, Zelda. I mean, that stuff is really, really popular, you know. Consoles have been waiting for 2 years. Not quite. Next, February of next year would be 2 years. But I hear you. I mean, in all reality, and I've said this before, I think that the game shouldn't be launched on PC yet. I mean, early access, yes, to get the bugs knocked out. But I think the game should still be in early access, personally. Well, there's no doubt it will get lots of updates and everything over the time, but there's a lot of bad blood out there on how the the whole Kickstarter thing was handled, and shit, I lost that shock beam again, didn't I? I only got 200 mana left. Is there anything hiding? I lost that shock beam from ignoring that ogre for so long. The ogre's hitbox is so big, it will just sit there and burn the shock beam if you get an ogre on that lane. I got a shirt. I think I've seen pictures on Twitter. I know people have started getting their shirts. No, I use shock beams all the time, Mushroom. I use shock beams quite frequently. I have to, you know, with the crappy netcode and being forced to play solo so much. I don't have that other player to help me cover. You know, I don't have that extra person to help me cover that lane down there. So I have to use shock beams. It's not even an option because of the RNG. Well, I mean, they're still going, Shelly. I think you'll get yours soon. I know some other people that I know on the East Coast have gotten theirs. I've got a buddy in DC that got his stuff. That's not too far away from you. Yeah, Ogre is right here. Poison is there. So let me spray into this lane for a little bit. I think that's good. I hope that's not the answer. I hope they change mechanically how the sirens work. I mean, no matter how much you want to turn the game into an action game, it's an action defense game. And the siren is a mob that completely eliminates one of those two things in the entire genre of the game. So I personally hope they change how the siren works. I mean, I don't think they're going to. But I hope they do. It's not an action RPG. It's an action defense game. You can't leave one element of that out. If you do, it's not that type of game. You know? Ooh. What the hell was that? I think that was just the siren leaving, but I got like a big little screamy effect on me. I guess that was it. We can go ahead and dish out the Wapow here. I don't know if there will ever be another difficulty. I mean, we'll have to see how they do it. I envision it like DD1, where in DD1 you've got maps like, you know, say Misty Mire. Technically, Misty Mire is a higher difficulty than, say, Magus Quarters. But they're both Nightmare. Hardcore. You know? So, I mean, I think that they'll do something like that. Like, add newer maps that have a higher base difficulty level of, like, mob health and mob spawns and etc. But, I mean, I don't know. It's all guesswork at this point. Is there a best DPS hero for breaking into Massacre? As much as I hate to say it, yep, it would be the Squire. One of the problems with Massacre is you just don't is staying alive. You know, what's the old saying? Dead heroes do no damage. Well, Massacre takes that saying, puts it on a large pedestal, and smacks you in the face with it. So yeah, if you stay alive, you're going to dish out more, and you're going to have more success. The first time I was able to clear Summit, I did Summit on Massacre Campaign for my very first win. Now, the easiest way to do it, as I've said over and over again, is get a couple of friends and go do it in a group. But if you insist on doing it solo, in my opinion, the easiest way to do it was with a squire. Yeah, tank squire with a pet is not the fastest way to get the job done, but it gets the job done, you know, and you're not going to die. Ember Mount? Ember Mount was a great map. There we go. There we go, RNG. Hello, good morning to you. Here's my first 400 upgrade drop of the day. Thank you very much, RNG. Love you long time. How many maps? How many runs have I done here today? I did one prior. How many runs have I done here on stream? Nagiri was offering up some carries earlier there, little ace. I'd hold him to it. I'd say, but Nagiri, you called me a cutie and you said you would carry me. And then Nagiri will be obligated to dish out the full-blown carry. Ooh, look at that strength drain. I snoozed on that bad boy. Good thing it didn't go down. Get some ups into that shock beam too, so it quits disappearing on me. But Nagiri Toro, you called me a cutie and said you would carry me. That's all you need to say. Sorry, Nagiri. But you said it, man. You said it. Let's see, 1,400. Don't really think I need to bother spending it, but wave 25, I might as well, right? I'll just dump it here into this shock beam, or this overclock beam. There we go. Oh no, don't jump off the ledge. Okay, so our ogre is electric and dead north. So that one is an ignore. Until the end, that is. Oh no! God dang it, I'm on the wrong damn weapon. See if I can get him to drop in the drink here. God dang, that was just fail right there. I'm gonna ignore that guy and just get the rest of these copters down. I'll shoot you later. Yeah, you hit J and swap whenever you need. But when you're about to get wrecked, like I was about to, and you're on the wrong weapon, it takes, what, like 2 seconds or whatever to swap weapons. So, you know, if you lose in that 2 seconds, which you quite possibly could, then it's going to be over with. But the ogres weren't dying is the problem. I was on the wrong weapon and not looking and just shooting. So the ogres weren't dying. Like, my proton charge weapon won't kill the copter ogres. It's just not enough power. Now I need to swap back to it, though. And we'll get some laser beams going. Laser beams! get Mr. Ogre out of our face, because he's getting uppity. Yeah, definitely into the physical, Spanky, into the range damage. You don't ever want to upgrade a weapon for poison. The reason being is just the nature of Massacre mode and how it works. The poison Siren is the mob that's going to rush through 2/3 of the game's crowd control. So since a poison Siren is going to cause mobs to lose out on that crowd control, you always want to be able to kill the poison enemies. So poison would be one that you never want to upgrade the element on. Yeah, the Spitfire, for the monk and the huntress slash EV, you go elemental damage on the summit weapons. I mean, the monk and massacre, you go elemental damage on all the weapons, no matter what you use. But you never use a poison weapon, is kind of the lesson there. Spitfire's beast. It's got really, really good physical damage scaling, too. Man, lots of godlies land. All of them junk. Got anything down here? Shiny? Nothing shiny. Oh, is that a paintball gun? Or no? Ah, I thought that was a paintball gun for a second. The paintball guns are a lot more common now. Oh, it's lots of gold. No doubt there, JQ. Alright, let's see. Let's see the big RNG love right here. Oh, Transcendent Giraffe again. What a POS, man. I mean, it should at least give me a crappy godly, right? This is the highest difficulty map in the game, as far as the loot goes. And I get a Transcendent Giraffe. Boo. That's alright. It's not the worst. That's better than some of the godlies I've gotten. So I guess I shouldn't complain too much. 24 minutes. Slow running. You can definitely get that build down under the 20-minute mark pretty easily. Just by just playing and not screwing off and running around and derping like I tend to do. Anyway, y'all, we got a 2-hour stream with 0 dropped frames. So I don't want to jinx it, but I'm hoping what my ISP did this week out at my house has maybe resolved my disconnection issue. We'll have to see. Like I said, I don't want to jinx it. But I am going to take a short break for some dinner. And I will be back live over on Twitch for a Friday night live stream here in about an hour. So swing by and say what up if you're available. But thanks an absolute ton, y'all. Hopefully everyone has a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And I'll see you all later. Take it easy.